So what are some of the different ways that if a person was interested in the Ahmadiyya movement that, they can get information or whatever? Because like we all talked about our different paths, everybody's path is different, and, people are in different places in the world. So what are some of the ways that we can reach Ahmadiyya?
Well, it's not hard, I mean, Ahmadiyya is everywhere. Our president likes saying that the sun never sets on the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. So, I mean, if anyone just does a search, online search, they'll find an Ahmadiyya community that's close to them. In America, there's, over 60 chapters here in just America alone. So all the major cities, there's chapters of Ahmadiyya. So, and then, even through through the website right here, through YouTube, you can get in contact with us, send us your responses, we like to, start building bridges between people. There's a lot of desperation out there, and what we're trying to do is provide a path for peace, so everybody has a forum to speak to right now, Muslim, Christian, non-Ahmadi Muslim, Buddhist, atheists, agnostic, everybody, what I mean? Let's talk. Let's find the humanity within all of us and spread peace. That's all we really want to do.
So one more on that note is that people are looking for revolution out there. We're talking revolution, but the revolution is misunderstood. The revolution that we need is spiritual and moral revolution. So people need to understand that. Not a gun going and shooting people or destroying stuff. But it's a spiritual and moral revolution. That's what is needed. With that, we will get everything else that we need. But people are getting confused with what type of revolution that's needed, whether it's political or material. No, it's spiritual and moral. Once we get that, then everything else will fall in line, because we make the things does not make us.
Exactly, very well said. And another thing I'd like to add is that in this country, in this society, and throughout the world, people are always trying new things. You're always trying. All I can say is keep your mind open, and if you don't accept Islam, at least check it out. Let us be wrong. I bet you can't do it.
If you're a true believer, God's going to show you the right path anyway. So why not study everything for the sake of God, who we choose to call Allah?
You all can testify to that.
That's right.
All of us here, because I'm the same thing. Like I said, I was looking for a place to move, and look all over Illinois, end up in Zion. So I was seeking, and inshallah, Allah brought me to the place. Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
I always wonder, what about the people who are out there who say, well, I'm investigating, and every time I look at Islam, all I see is suicide bombers, and all I see is people blowing stuff up and yelling on TV and burning effigies. So, I don't even want to be anywhere near that religion, So that's, for a lot of people, that's their introduction, what I mean, to Islam. Is what they see on, the news is, what people doing in Pakistan and, people doing in Yemen and, So how do what's our response to that? You know what I'm saying? Does anybody want to?
Yeah, I want to take that just 1 second about the suicide bombing. Islam is so powerful that somebody can brainwash somebody to go do that type of thing. So for me, I want to take that on the flip side. If Islam is so powerful to take somebody and make them willing to go blow themselves up, why can Islam take that person and turn him to a servant of Allah, where he can sacrifice his time, his wealth, and money to change somebody's life, rather than to go blow somebody up? So now, as Muslims, I think that's what we should do, to use the power of Islam so people can sacrifice themselves in helping others with what they can do. Let's say this guy who just tried to blow up this plane, he know how to read, he got a degree, he could have gone to his village in Africa and sacrificed his time to help illiterate people read for the rest of his life, rather than try to blow 300 people in a plane and himself for what? In the name of Islam. That's very wrong. So I think those are the things we need to do as a community.
Another thing I'd like to add is the Ahmadiyya movement are the only Muslims that have never been involved in terrorism, and we are anti-terrorism. And there's nothing Islamic about suicide. And as far as all this stuff about the 72 virgins and all that stuff, it's made up. There's nothing about that in the Holy Quran. There's nothing about that in Hadith.
Okay, this has been a great conversation. Appreciate everybody's contributions. We're gonna try to do this continually. This is a conversation we're trying to have with the world right now. So everybody out there, please, forward your comments to us. We like to respond to them. We're gonna be on, frequently just talking about different issues that we're going through, different societal problems that we're trying to deal with. Our trials, our tribulations. I hope that everyone was able to gain a little bit from, what we just said. I hope that it generates some conversation, and we hope to hear from you all soon, God willing, inshallah. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.